Are you looking for what to get that golfer? Well, I got the video just for you as I share 10 items which I think every golfer will appreciate. And guys, don't worry if you're tight on budget. These are all under $1,000 and I have things starting as low as $20. And in fact, the item that I think would be the best gift is actually not even the most expensive. So don't be skipping until the end thinking that the most expensive gift is the best one. Watch all the suggestions and I'll be sharing with you what I think is the best item. So with that being said, let's dive on into the list. So the first thing, it's a small item and might get overlooked, but it is a crucial part of the game of golf. And in fact, you should have multiple of this item, so it doesn't hurt to buy a new one. And that is the golf glove. So that way you can cycle through them and promote the longevity of that glove. But also I think it's important to get different gloves for different scenarios. So you want to have a rain glove when you're playing in wet conditions, because if you don't and you use your leather glove, it's gonna get all crusty afterwards. Leather gloves being more expensive, you don't want to be going through a bunch of those all the time. And one thing that I actually got myself as a gift is this winter glove. I'm excited to use this. It's perfect for when it gets cold out, and it's nice because it has one for each hand. So when I've been practicing currently at the range, my right hand, the one that doesn't have the glove, by the end of the session gets all like dried and cracked. That's just because it's so cold out. But with these, able to protect against those harsh conditions. You might also want to consider getting a synthetic glove when you're practicing at the range, so that way it can save on using your leather glove, because you'll be hitting multiple balls, a lot of different repetitions, and you don't want to get that wear on that nice glove. So as you can see, there's a lot of different reasons to have more than one pair of gloves. You can't have too many gloves because everyone loves a fresh golf glove. Next on the list is some Pro V1s. I don't think you talk to any golfer who does not like Pro V1s, or at least want to try and play them themselves if they haven't played them already. Golf balls are one of those things where you need them, but you don't want to pay for them. And Pro V1s in particular are so expensive. I love the Pro V1s, I just don't love the price point, which makes this a perfect gift because it gives you something that you might not necessarily want to spend money on, because let's face it, buying golf balls is not the most exhilarating thing in the game of golf. The golf balls are kind of overlooked in a sense, but they're something that every golfer does appreciate, and if you're in a bind and you don't know what to get, the golf balls is always a safe choice. If Pro V1s are too expensive, actually one ball that I do like is this TaylorMade Tour Response. I just like how there's a line on this ball. It just helps with putting. One thing that makes the golf game way more enjoyable is when I'm putting better, and this is like a cheat code on the putting green. Third on the list is some golf lessons. I think what makes the game of golf way more enjoyable is if you hit the ball in play and you can shoot a decent score. Yes, you can practice a lot by yourself, but I think just having a professional look at your swing can expedite that training process. So that way, if you do end up just taking range sessions, at least you have a starting point on what to do, or you have another set of eyes that can look at your swing and evaluate how you can make yourself better. Because I think if you're going through the spiral of watching YouTube videos on swing fixes, you could be correcting things that might not even be necessary to fix. And then you'll be shooting lower on the course. And that'll just motivate you to play golf even more, and it will just make the game a lot more fun. Next, we have some clothing. Can't forget about the clothing, because that is what we wear to the golf course. And I have for you some of my favorite golf pants. These are the Lululemon Commission pants. My favorite is the Warpstream material. I think that they are the most breathable, the stretchiest, and it almost feels like you're wearing gym pants, but they have the look of chino pants. So they look professional, but they're also super comfortable. So who doesn't love that? Especially with golf, mobility is key, and I feel like I can move freely in these pants. They're very comfortable. So I highly recommend you guys trying out these pants. And if you're interested, I do have a video on my channel highlighting the Lululemon Commission pants, so feel free to check that out. So next on the list is a putting mat. I think putting is one of the more crucial things that you should practice, but I think a lot of people don't practice it because it's not that fun. That is why I have this mat. Actually, this was just a recent gift, so shout out my fiance for that. This is the Well Putt putting mat. Okay, yeah, right here. This is the Well Putt putting mat. So why I like this mat in particular is because there's different distance markers, alignment things, so it helps with training. But what makes this a more fun, interactive experience is that there's an app associated with this mat that you can play some games and make putting more fun. Next on the list is a par 3 golf bag. Like the name implies, used for smaller golf courses like pitch and putts where you only need a few different clubs, take it for the driving range, or maybe even a golf lesson. This just allows you to keep your clubs in a compact yet organized fashion, and there's definitely some stylish bags to choose from. So some of my personal favorites are from Vessel, Sunday Golf, but then there's also ones from more traditional brands like Titleist. This right here I think is my favorite gift idea, and like I said, it's not the most expensive on this list. I have it in my bag right here behind me. This is the Scotty Cameron putter. Shout out to my fiance for this gift. I highly recommend you gift that person a putter fitting and a putter. So I'm gonna make a more detailed video on my whole putter fitting experience with the Quintec, but I just gained so much valuable information and I was able to match into a putter that fits me. Really anyone, if they practice a lot, can get good at putting. And I think the best way to encourage you to want to putt more is to get a nice putter. And Scotty Cameron makes some nice putters. Another useful club in the bag is the driver. This is a pretty pricey club, so it would make a great gift. But the driver, like the putter, is used very frequently in the game of golf, and having a good driver dialed in with the right specifications will make or break your round. You know, just starting off the hole with a nice driver in the fairway just sets you up way more for success than if you're stuck into the trees or something like that. The golf game is just way more enjoyable if you can find the fairways, and part of that is getting a nice driver that's fit to you, so I also recommend getting a fitting with this driver as well. So next on the list is a launch monitor. This is great for the golfer who wants to get a lot of different data and analyze their swing. So on the pricey end, obviously you got the TrackMan, but even on the under $1,000, more geared for the everyday golfer, there is a lot of good options to choose from. I personally don't have a launch monitor myself, but it is one thing that I want to get in the future, and one of them that I have been looking at is the Garmin R10. So what I like about this is it gives you some good data points, but it also gives you the option to play some simulated rounds, so it definitely makes the practice sessions more enjoyable. And I do plan to get other Garmin equipment, so just having it with the Garmin ecosystem is one reason why I'm leaning toward the Garmin R10. And last but not least is a golf watch. So my personal pick would be the Garmin S70. It's also a thing that I'm looking for myself. I guess part of this reason why I'm making this video is so that way my fiance has some gift ideas in the future. That way she can reference this video and yeah, you know.
Huh?
The Garmin S70 is Garmin's top-of-the-line golf watch. So what I like about this one is it's very stylish. The interface on the watch itself looks the prettiest. It also has the most features. But I believe the Garmin Model 1 down has just as much features, just doesn't look as nice in my opinion. But just getting a golf watch in general, maybe not the S70 because it is quite pricey, I think is really nice to have for that golfer because it's really helpful when playing on the course to know your distances. I normally use this golf app on my phone, but I don't really want to keep bringing my phone out and looking at it. I'd rather just look at my wrist and see the distances. I don't want to pull out a rangefinder. At least I'm not as good yet, so I don't want to pull it out, get my distance, and then totally just top the shot 10 yards. I think the watch is a nice discreet way to check those yardages where it doesn't put the pressure on to get the good shot based on, you know, zapping that rangefinder. And then also too, with the watch, it gives you useful functionalities like caddy modes where it can suggest clubs for you based on data. So overall, just having a watch is just a good way to just track your overall golf game and progression. And I think that's just all we want to improve our golf game. And I think this is one tool that will help. All right, so that will conclude the list. Let me know if you think I missed anything, but I can say that I would want any of these things on this list myself. And I think I have pretty good taste. I think out of the list though, if I had to rank maybe the top 5, I would have to go number 1, putter, 2, driver, 3, golf lessons, 4, golf watch, 5, launch monitor. So anyways, if you enjoyed that video, smash that like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.